Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Meant to Vent Podcast News. My name is Jaime, and what I like to do on this channel is do my reactions and opinions on some of this crazy news that's trending around the globe. And with that said, it's Haim time. So there was a big crash between a helicopter and an airplane over in DC, and a lot of rumors and claims. You know, you could see all the conspiracy people going wild on the pictures because of the rate of the speed of how it hit the ground, and all these things are going around. The conspiracy theorists are having a fun time this year, because if you haven't seen that one interview where it was some of our political figures, and they were speaking with a certain individual, and they said he's now an employee of our new president, that we got to get some new conspiracies because all these ones seem to be true. Well. Which leads us to where we're at today. So a helicopter crashes into an airplane, and it happens to be a Black Hawk helicopter. A lot of rumors and speculations go around because sometimes they don't give you answers right away or write the information of, what seems to be happening right away, because there's a lot of secretive things going around lately, right? Nobody wants to tell you nothing. They'd be like, our current president is currently, he's very smart and up to it. And then when you go to interview the guy, and he's just like, sir, your microphone's over here. Oh, and that was, they were saying a lot of different things. So it's kind of hard. It's hard to believe when they want to give you some information because of the way, they withheld a lot of information all in the last administration. Like, how about when there was serious things happening and they would ask that guy questions and they would just walk away. And then when his vice president was asking questions too, they would just like walk away. And it's like, and then these people are giving answers, and then everybody's like, man, you just answered way too quick. I don't like that. I don't like how you answered way too quick. It would make me a little uncomfortable. And it just makes me, it's kind of entertaining, like how the media just all of a sudden lost their minds. Because you see how controlled they were and how biased they were once we got the new president in office. And right now, too, they're like, they can't wait. They're like watching everything he does. If he wipes his nose a certain way, they think he's hiding somebody being sick. Like, they got to watch him stumble a little bit. They're going to say he was more crippled than Biden. So everything he's doing, they're just like waiting and watching. They're just like waiting. Like, he stepped wrong. They're just waiting to say something. One of the ladies from The View supposedly blamed the crash on our current president. I don't even know how that show is still going. Like, how are they allowed to just say all these things? Like, this show, like, every time, I don't even watch the show anymore. All they really do is see the clips. So I'm not fully informed. But when I do see all these clips, it just seems like that's all they're putting out there online. When they say, oh, like, it's edited that way. Well, it's edited that way because it looks like all the clips are just... every single one of them, even the Mexican lady or the Latin lady or whatever she is, she's like, I think Trump started the hurricanes, and then Joy Behar, of course, she was saying like, oh, if he wins, I'm not going to have sex anymore and I'm going to lead the country, and everybody's like, cool, thanks, because we don't even like the show. Okay, so it's like, it's wild. It's just so wild. Somebody that got that crazy grandparent, they're really cool until you get them in that one spot where you just can't reel them back. And so that's what I feel like The View is. Like, you get them in that one spot and they all start revving each other up. Like, and you just can't stop them or reel them back in. You're trapped, But yeah, the media, it's going kind of wild. It's funny to me because they were showing so much composure when they were sitting here, saying all these stories and all these allegations and all these whatevers. And then, now they're seeing all these facts and approvals and popularities, and they don't even want, they're thinking that's the real shit. You guys made this up. You had to have, because we made up all our shit, So it's kind of funny when you see them go back and forth in that sense. But then you got like Hollywood, you can see what side they were on this whole time. It almost feels like a bribery situation because a lot of people that are under some supposed allegations for all this shady biz, from the Nickelodeon stuff to the Diddler stuff to like the Weinstein stuff and the Epstein stuff and like all them crazy pervert lanes. Like all these people were like all supportive of the person that didn't win, and so it's like you wonder what's going on with all these because Hollywood just seems to be going great, and Hollywood seems to be going like real desperate. You know, like movies been coming out. I've said it many times. Like these new movies ain't shit. Like I'm sorry, you know, like they haven't been good. And like how many times are they gonna reboot and redo like old movies like that were already good? Like Wizard of Oz was already good, and they did this other one, and they were like, no, we ain't gonna call it Wizard of Oz. We'll call it Wicked. And like I might get some backlash because the people I guess liked it, but I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm saying like just more original stuff. It's still like Wizard of Oz based, Wizard of Oz based topic of film. It's not nothing too original. You're redoing The Mermaid. What else you gonna do? Redo Home Alone. I heard some rumors about redoing Home Alone. I mean, and then Marvel got played out. You can only do about, I think you got to keep the movies under 30, okay? Because then you just run out of shit to write about. And then, when DC did their movies, all they did were like spin-off stories of the Marvel movies. It's like everybody had to find some special weapon or some sort of technology to save the world, and they had to spin it off on different, man, come on. It's just still not original anymore. So I feel like Hollywood, in a desperate plea, is trying to go out there and trying to win back some fans in weird ways. Like, I feel like it's in weird ways. Like, you saw the clip with Selena Gomez where she was crying about the immigrant deportations and stuff. And, like, people were like, man, you need to realize what you're doing. And she's like, I'm so sorry. And there's, like, all these funny clips going down. And, like I said, and then you had, like, it just reminded me of, like, I mean, they're actors, okay? It's hard to take them serious. It'd be hard to probably date one. Or be in a relationship with one because you don't know if like, am I dating this character? You know what I mean? Or like you're going to use a character spinoff when we're having arguments. Come on. Like that would just be some wild, like, who are you? Like, have you ever seen Tropic Thunder when Robert Downey Jr.'s character has that breakdown? Like, I think I'm nobody.
I think I might be nobody.
Like, I wonder if they really have that. Like the people that did like 100 movies. That's why a lot of movies, some characters are like, we're just the same one. Because you probably lose yourself. I don't know where I was going with that. So it reminds me of like when Kevin Spacey like got those accusations of like molesting boys and shit. And like supposedly this dude was like so perverted that he was like, had to have his own section of Epstein Island so he wouldn't disturb all the other perverts for his perversions. And, like, this dude was on Hollywood, like, supposedly mysteriously got all these charges dropped, and he's, like, trying to just let everybody, like, okay, forget about all that stuff, and just let me come back and do movies again. Like, remember me from, like, all the good movies. And then he's, like, crying, and Pierce Morgan, like, trying to get everybody to like, feel sorry for him. Another actor. Like, how are we supposed to believe you? Like, what character is this? It's just weird, a desperate pleas, like, trying to get back to Hollywood. And then, like, sometimes, and now they're trying to bring out, like, some of these old characters back from the 90s. Like, Macaulay Culkin's getting back on the scene. Like I said, they tried to redo Beetlejuice. And oh, my goodness. Like, come on. Like, if I see Fievel again, I'm going to be mad as hell. If somebody comes out here and fucking reboots cute-ass Fievel, I'm going to be mad. Better leave Fievel alone. I don't know if I could sit through another like Fast and Furious 15, or like a Harry Potter 9, or a Rocky 15, or a Nightmare on Elm Street 45. Like, just, I don't know what's going on. But we need some new stuff coming out here. That's all I know. Well, my name is Hyman, and this has been another episode of Vent to Vent Podcast News. Till next time, see ya.